Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the stage from College for America at Southern New Hampshire University, Executive Director Chris Clerkin.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Thanks for coming today. You might be wondering about the title of my presentation, No Courses, Classes, Credits, or Grades, and you might be thinking, what kind of a college is that anyway? And you might be wondering about the name of our program, College for America, a very humble little name that implies simple ambitions, modest ambitions. But we're going to tell you more about it today. And to get started, I'd like to show a little video that explains some of the foundation of our program.
You post a job and get a stack of applicants for positions. And then begins the work of determining who's qualified. There are some college diplomas in the stack, but what do those pieces of paper mean? That they endured a certain number of classes, that they had been through a certain stack of books, that they paid a substantial amount of money, likely borrowed, for the chance to get it. Employers all the time tell us they hire college graduates who don't write well, can't present, and struggle with math and budgets. They can't solve problems. And major employers in manufacturing, healthcare, retail, hospitality, logistics, and technology tell us they'd send more of their promising employees to college if they knew it would give them new competence in managing teams, making decisions, addressing challenges, and innovating solutions. But increasingly, it doesn't. They wish college could be better at producing thinkers cut out for success in the workplace and much more accessible to many more workers. So a team of education innovators set out to reinvent college with these needs front and center. And in 2012, the College for America was born. Established with a $1 million EDUCAUSE Gates Foundation grant, the College for America was built to deliver an all-new kind of degree for the new American worker. Instead of racking up course hours, grades, credits, students work in an innovative online environment to master competencies in 9 areas. Communication skills, critical and creative thinking, digital fluency, quantitative skills, personal effectiveness, ethics and social responsibility, teamwork and collaboration, business essentials, and science, society, and culture. They work at their own pace to master tasks and assignments. Gone are the questionable grades and paper-filled processes. Either you've mastered a skill online and can move on, or you haven't. Employers know where employees are in the process, not by what classes they've completed, but by what skills they've mastered. The new College for America approach was founded and is housed at Southern New Hampshire University, a nonprofit institution widely recognized as the nation's best and most innovative provider of online degrees, and incorporates the most leading-edge knowledge about workplace learning. This competency transcript model has become the first in the nation to be approved by the Department of Education, and students love it. At $2,500 per year, the degree price is a fraction of the price of virtually all other degree options. And with the Department of Education's support, the degree is eligible for all the federal aid that's available to traditional students. And they get a high level of support. Students are pulled forward by a College for America coach, a self-chosen accountability partner, a national online network of learners just like them, and a local network of learners and supporters within their company. And in workplaces across the country, it's working. At Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, CEO Lisa Gurton brought College for America to the company's employees for several reasons. We can attract and retain the best employees when we can offer benefits like a college degree, she says. And those strong employees become even more valuable as they learn to solve problems and innovate. At ConAgra Foods, President of Consumer Foods Andre Howe connected with the empowering sense of support and community that is part of College for America. I love that our main role is to offer support and encouragement, he recently told us. It's not just another learning platform. We get to be a part of helping employees earn a better future. That's a great fit with our culture. By re-engineering the traditional college model and rebuilding it for the development of the new American worker, the College for America has found a way to deliver more skills, more accountability, more access, more opportunity, more success, more innovation. We have finally found a way to give our workers the college-level skills they need to advance their careers, their companies, and their country. We have finally truly innovated a college for America.
So that's a little bit about our new program at Southern New Hampshire University. I want to tell you a little bit about the university because I think this is really a story about innovation from within an institution. We're hearing a lot about innovation at this conference, but with the right leadership and the right mix of talented people, you can actually innovate and serve a broader audience. SNHU is a private nonprofit, I want to emphasize that, located in Manchester, New Hampshire. We have over 20,000 students, 23,000 I think, students in our online College of Online and Continuing Education. Maybe you've seen our ads during all sorts of programming. The online college has grown rapidly over the last 3 years, really kind of taking advantage of a market opening in the New England area and now has gone national. We have about 3,500 students at our lovely campus in Manchester who are engaged in a variety of undergraduate and graduate programs. We have nearly 200 programs of undergraduate, grad, certificate. And the College for America is essentially the third business unit of SNHU. And SNHU's mission is really to serve students, but to especially serve the non-traditional student and its history as a school of business and accounting. And over the years, that mission has expanded to online, the adult audience, the non-traditional student, and now taking this even further into the workplace and into a new audience of students. Really, the target population for College for America is the student without any college. The student who graduated from high school, went straight into work, and now, for all the reasons we've been talking about at this conference, finds that that student needs additional skills. Sometimes they want a degree because they want to be a role model for their kids. So College for America is a brand new program, the third unit at SNHU. And it's really a story about innovation and leadership. Our president, Paul LeBlanc, is a big picture thinker, has started a lot of new ventures over the years at Southern New Hampshire, and has been successful, very successful in those ventures. So what is the College for America model? And I thought I would use this example of my favorite personalized business at scale. I have a little bit of a shoe obsession because it's hard for me to find good shoes. So when Zappos came along, I thought, this is heaven. So what is it? It's a really good online business with lots of selection, sympathetic humans combined with first-rate technology. And if we could be as successful as Zappos, I'd be pretty happy and serve as many people as well as they do. So our model, what do? We use humans where they matter most. Every student is assigned a coach. We bring learning and the program into the workplace as a workplace benefit. Employers, we're working with employer partners, really love this program. They love the low cost. We provide rapid feedback. Our benchmark for feedback on our tasks and projects, which I'll get to in a minute, is 48 hours. And we're actually around 30 hours. And we'd like to drive that lower. Can you imagine submitting an assignment or a test and getting immediate feedback on your device, on your computer, with really great targeted advice about what you should do next and where you should go for help? So we think that process of rapid feedback, we want our students to be kind of addicted to learning as they're addicted to other things that they do online. We have an interface that helps students plan and show progress, very important in a competency-based environment. And we can capture, like a lot of the organizations we've been hearing here, we can capture lots of data about the students. We capture everything. And we've been able to use that and look at our best students and what makes them the best and what they do well and so forth. So we're capturing lots and lots of data, just like Zappos. And then we really get a complete picture of the individual in this program. What is competency-based learning? And perhaps some of you have been hearing about this. There's been a lot in the news, an article today in Inside Higher Ed. So our program, in a nutshell, our first program is an associate's degree in general studies. This is the first program. We plan to offer many more, including a bachelor's degree. So if you think of an associate's degree, it's about 60 credits generally in a traditional setting, maybe 20 courses. We've taken that curriculum and broken that down into 120 competencies. Students have to show mastery of all the competencies. And the way they do this is through taking on tasks and projects. So they're deliverables. We don't have tests. This is not a test out kind of competency model. They have to deliver something. They have to show what they can do with what they know. So students submit papers, they submit spreadsheets, PowerPoint presentations, they upload video, they upload audio. These are evaluated against a very clear rubric that outlines exactly what should happen. Students can submit until they pass, until they master. There's no failure, there's no grades. They're invited to submit again and again, and they get the feedback from the evaluators. So competency-based education is the real foundation of this program. It's a direct assessment program. And the idea of this is to, what we've done here is we're cracking the credit hour. And, the concept here is that, and I think we're hearing a lot about this, that time in a classroom, time on a clock, does not really indicate what people have learned. And we've developed a program that's organized around showing what you can do with what you've learned. The model has drawn a lot of attention. We've been accredited by NEASC, our accreditor, accredited us very quickly. And as the video indicated, we're very, very close to being approved by the Department of Education for Title IV financial aid. And this is a huge, this will be a huge, when it happens, opening for us. It'll create a lot of opportunities for our students. We'll have many opportunities to enter new partnerships. And I think it will also pave the way for other new entrants in competency-based education. This almost illegible graphic answers the question of, are there any humans involved in this? The program is online, it's self-paced. Students move at their own pace. So where's the human connection that I think most of us think is really important for learning? And every student is assigned a coach. They work with the coach. The coach is a learning coach. We've trained our coaches, and most of them have a coaching background or counseling background. And we've determined that it's very important for the coach to connect with the student early on and help them through the onboarding process, help them understand the technology, help them develop a path through the material. Then we're saying to the student, okay, it's time to build your own network of support. And so our students are asked to choose an accountability partner, someone in their lives who kind of kicks them a little bit and keeps them moving, checks in with them. They're asked to choose a mentor, which they do generally from the workplace. And we're finding that our employers, all of this is, our program operates through, it's a business-to-business program, and the employers provide a lot of support. And there's nothing like a cohort of students all working at the same place. Maybe they're not covering the same materials or going through the same tasks, but there's a little bit of pressure and there's a little bit of competition, and this is enhanced by if the employer is providing recognition programs or study groups, and we're finding that this is often the case. So there's a real network of support. We're trying to make this a program that we provide support, and students build their own support sources of social network. What about the cost of the program? So our program is a $2,500 a year, all-you-can-learn program. And I chose this picture of a healthy buffet instead of the fried steam tables full of chicken wings and other stuff that I found. But the idea here is that students can move very quickly through the program to complete a degree. We actually have about, we'll have about 500 students by the end of May in our pilot phase. We're still in pilot phase. And we have quite a number of those who started with us in January who will most likely finish a degree in six or 9 months. So these are people, probably who would be successful in many programs, but they love the fact that they can move quickly. They don't have to sit in class. If they know something, the program, we don't accept transfer credit in, and we don't do prior learning assessment. But if you are an employee who works with computers, you've done some writing, maybe you've done some bookkeeping, you've studied a little bit of marketing, you can move very quickly through the program. You don't have to wait around in class, listen to other people. You can just move all the way through very quickly. We do have team projects. We think that teamwork and collaboration is a very important part of the program. So the students are asked to work with each other on team projects. So this is a pretty low-cost model. We're committed to this price, and we're always looking for ways to drive this price down. So how do we do it? We have automated workflows for everything. We're using technology that is low cost for the most part. We're using Google applications. We're using other technology that we're using Salesforce.com as the back-end database for our students. So we're looking at every aspect of cost, and we think that we can keep this price down, and we can even drive it down further. We really see this program, as we've developed it, as a workforce solution. As I mentioned, we've been working with many employer partners, and employers tell us that their employees do not have these foundational skills that we're offering in this program. They want them to learn these skills. They want to help them move forward toward a degree. The employers have been very supportive. I think the price point, the fact that it's self-paced, has been an incredible benefit. Some of our employer partners, we have about 25 major employer partners at this point. Many of our partners have employees in call centers, manufacturing, Cumberland Gulf employees. And the program serves a different need for each of these employers. For some are using it for performance management. So at Cumberland Gulf, for example, they've adopted a competency-based performance management that links very carefully, closely with our competencies. The city of Memphis uses this as a way to help develop their talent pool. And in every case, the employer has a reason that they want to bring education into the workplace. Why are we doing this? What are our goals? We plan to have 100,000 students in 5 years. We think this program is eminently scalable. We want to keep the price down. We're going to build many new programs. We have a strategy of developing sectors in retail and healthcare and other areas for specialized degree programs. And we're really doing it to expand our mission, to increase access, lower cost, and to serve these students who, for many of them, would not have thought about going to college otherwise. I was thinking about further opportunities in competency-based education, when and if the Department of Education authorizes financial aid. And I think this is something that Jim Shelton said yesterday, that a performance-based market will pave the way for many new innovations and validate many new ventures. And I think that's really true. If you can show evidence of real learning, you can do a lot of things. And I think that there will be a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of needs as well. We're having to adapt. As you can imagine, in a competency-based environment, the usual LMSs don't work very well for us, the student information systems. We have a lot of needs and services that I think will follow this market. So I'm leaving a little time for question, only 2 minutes, unfortunately. But does anybody have any questions? If not now, then later. Be happy to answer. Yes.
I have many questions. I'm going to try to give you 3 to start with. The first question I have is mundane, but I think pretty significant, which is that once you guys get approved for Title IV,
yeah.
do you have a strategy for dealing with 9010? Presuming that students come to you in droves and you have a big influx of Title IV funds. So that was question number 1. Question number 2 is I wonder if you could touch on completion rates and postgraduate experience, what some might call gainful employment. And then the third question is I just wondered if you could talk about how you see yourselves relative to Western governors, similarities, differences, how you think about where you fit in the marketplace. I told you, I'm sorry.
That's a lot. I'd be happy to talk after. On the question of Western governors, this model, we are actually the first to apply for Title IV financial aid under direct assessment. Western governors decided not to go that route, as you probably know. They too have a competency-based approach. Our approach is really not tied to classes, a course structure. Theirs is sort of more loosely tied still. So the price is very different. I think their price is two to three times what we're charging. So we think there's plenty of market opportunity, even just among those 40, 50 million people who have high school diplomas and no degrees. What was your second question?
So I wanted to know about completion and postgraduate experience.
Yeah, so we launched this program in January. We've taken in 100 students in a beta phase. They're real students doing the program, and they're engaged. They're enrolled in a real degree, but we don't have that data. We're going to collect that data, so we don't have post-graduation completion rates yet. We're trying to set some benchmarks that are appropriate for this particular audience. We have a lot of experience in our online courses with data around. We have, SNHU Online has, 12 people looking at data all the time, analyzing. We know what the standard online retention rates are. So we're really still in the process of developing that framework. We don't anticipate that it will at this stage. We're really, we're a nonprofit institution. We're well under those ratios at this point. Anybody else? Yes. No, a 2-year degree.
2-year degree
Yeah,
in 6
yeah.
to 9
An
months.
AA degree, an associate's degree.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's one question. And so you're not offering a 4-year degree, it's a 2-year degree.
We're not at this point. It's on our roadmap for probably later next year.
Okay, and then what kinds of technologies are you using to enable the students to connect with each other? And are you using sort of a standard platform, or have you developed something yourselves?
So we've been using in this first beta phase Canvas. We determined that it was kind of the most adaptable. It really doesn't work for a competency-based. It's still organized around courses and assignments and grades, and as it should be, right? That's where the market really is. So we've been using Canvas. We've been using Google applications, Google+, Google Hangouts, and our main tool at this point is Salesforce.com. We've built a huge engine and data framework around Salesforce, and it's been an incredible tool. Yep. Anybody else? Okay. I think I'm over time anyway. Thank you very much.